A true Scrum Master indeed. You've been troubleshooting all day long. Could you please introduce yourself?
My name is Likee. It's a Kaplan. I'm a Scrum Master for 3 teams in JLR, 2 teams in Vehicle Dynamics, and kind of a Scrum Master for our terrain capability, that's ATC. I've been with JLR for close to 2 years now.
And how's that been?
Interesting, very insightful, and I'm learning a lot.
We're both part of the African Caribbean heritage. It's we now, right? Let's use this as a heart-to-heart. I believe that these conversations will eventually lead to change because, like my sister says, people hear small. So for the people who are not Africans, people hear in bits, which means change comes gradually. The hope is to really talk about the pain. What would you like to see different? So we've been having Black History Month and the purpose is for change, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the change is not just with other people. I believe that the change starts with us. So as Africans, what can you pinpoint?
Part of the issues I think we are experiencing as Africans in the UK, I'm Nigerian, so the recent Japa syndrome, let's put it that way, a lot of people are coming to the UK and then trying to incorporate into the culture. So I think it's kind of cultural shock is still happening right now. Also, the difference in the corporate world from African to the UK, right? And I think we're having some challenges with trying to integrate, to maneuver the change. When you go to Rome, you behave like the Romans, right? You take out the good parts of everything and know the politics of play, like how it works here.
Yeah.
I worked in Nigeria for close to 12 years. I didn't know anything about mentoring, didn't know anything about sponsorship. I don't think I ever had any employee network group. I never went to any networking event or anything like that, right? Coming here, getting to know how things work here. It's a change we'll have to embrace and also how things work here, and those things can actually support your career growth. You don't just sit down and just be working, putting your head down. You have to raise your head up to see what's going on.
Yeah.
And how you can help yourself, how you can support yourself. The support is there, but it's hard for us to reach out. So we have to be more open to opportunities. I feel that is one thing that we haven't really embraced, or we have a lot of people that are having challenges with navigating that space. I think that we can change by trying to be more open, trying to embrace the culture where we are.
Yes. I spoke to an Indian yesterday and she was talking about how her friends supported her while she was looking for work. So basically she could go to their homes and pay part of the rent, so she didn't have to sign a contract. How do you think that would happen for you if you were in similar circumstances?
I don't know how to answer that because I had the support when I came in, but that was more like a family thing, not really from the wider community. But I know there's that claim out there that Africans don't help each other, and I think it's from that competition culture amongst us, so we bring that over here. Communities help, but I would say it's not as much as Indians, and it's still something that's still growing, and I think we can do better.
You mentioned something, competition. I do social media. The reason why I'm still in the game is probably because of people from other cultures, and they go like, wow, thank you for that. I was ill, you sent this to me, I'm back. How can we encourage that kind of interaction? Just support other people in whatever they're doing actively.
I think we just have to keep saying it. Maybe when people hear it enough, they will venture to try it, because change is hard. Someone that's always been idealistic, it could be an unconscious thing. It's not that they are thinking they don't want to help you, but they just haven't expanded their mind to it. Maybe they're not used to giving that support. So I think it's just reaching out, talk about it enough, ways people can support you, people can help, and then just go with the people that are willing to, and maybe others will come around.
Right. I believe you. The only thing I'm going to take from that. The only thing I'm going to take from that is that we'll keep saying it.
Yeah.
And hopefully change will happen.
Yeah.
Because the point is, half the time, it's not even about you. You're like, this is happening to someone else. Can you do this? Then also, there's a lot that happens in JLR, for instance, the networking events. And there's a lot of funds that go into it. The point is, if people don't harness it, it's wasted.
And they'll not give us much next time. Yeah, I agree with you. I'm not saying it's not happening, but maybe we'll give ourselves some more time to get there. If you talk about the Caribbean, they had the Windrush generation. So I think there are a bit more Jamaicans here than Africans. All Nigerians have been coming in. The greatest influx of Nigerians has been over the last 2 years, just after COVID, you know? So it's still, Windrush was how many years ago? So they've had experience in what happens in this culture. Even some of us are still getting used to the fact that you can be discriminated based on your skin color because you're coming from Nigeria where everybody's black. You've never had to think about it. Now you're here, you have to know the social nuances, the British culture. It's a lot. And then also have to talk about children. So I'll cut us some slack and just say that we're gonna get there. Just give us some time. Yeah, but we just have to keep talking about it and keep trying to bring people along on the journey with us.
That being said, people need to look out for REACH, that's race, ethnicity, and cultural heritage, as well as the African Caribbean heritage, because they're rolling out a lot of things. And I must say that Samuel Abdullahi is doing a lot for the Nigerian community as well. I'm sure he could do with more support.
Yes, I think
people
so.
shouldn't just sit back and look like I'm just watching.
You're just watching. Don't just watch. Change is not going to happen if you just sit down and watch. You have to do something, you know, contribute your little input, even if it's ideas, just whatever you think
your
about.
presence.
Just reach out, even if you just to fill up the auditorium when there's a program. You don't say anything, just fill it up. Let people feel that there's some support going on. Yeah, I think that's going to help.
Because there's power in numbers. That's really important.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. It's cultural change that we are trying to navigate, and it's happening maybe a bit too slowly than we would want it to be faster, isn't it? But change is change. It's, you know, agile change. Yeah, all of those change it takes time. So we just, you know, the psychology of change, that's what we'll get there.
Okay, thanks. So how do you plan to use your agile knowledge to help us towards this change?
The same way we're trying to push change in the agile community, I think we're still trying to push change in the African community. So it's still the same thing. Psychology of change transverses every area that you might want to use it. So it's still the same thing. Take some time, and we'll get there.
Like you said, change is change. And just to tell me key points, we need to start making those changes slowly. And we can't pass the buck to anyone because the buck stops with us.
Exactly.
So we need to be...
You can't be on the sidelines, you know, criticizing other people.
Exactly.
Saying, oh, this event wasn't well done. You know, it's just, why didn't you offer to do that?
That's one point. And just to add, what you're saying is that like a broken piano, the mathematician goes like, 2 keys are missing. The engineer goes like, this isn't working.
Tuning.
Yeah. And then the pianist goes like, the tone is off. So we all see the problem differently based on what we bring to the game. So the bottom line is we all need to do this together.
Through questions, conversations, and reflections, I've come to realize there's often truth behind stereotypes, but they don't define us. Take the angry black woman stereotype, for instance. We have the power to dispel it by consciously choosing how we react and by showing our authenticity beyond any preconceived notions. Perfection may be elusive, but if we aim for the sky, we'll still land on the clouds, making strides towards continuous improvement. That's the dream of the idealist in me, to shatter silence, limitations, and expectations so we can truly be our best. Let's go beyond ticking boxes. Let's strive for excellence. Think outside the paths of least resistance and aim high. It's been an exhilarating month filled with learning, and I know that the lessons of Black History Month will resonate long after. As part of JLR, I'm proud to witness our collective drive toward change. Thank you for the conversations, the reflections, and the shared energy. As I leave you with this thought, in Yoruba, Oju orun teye fo, life arakunra. The sky is vast enough for all birds to fly without colliding. Let's live and let's live, and keep our candle burning brightly. Be smashing in smashing silos, suicide and silence, so we can have smashing health all round. And smash that button. How many times did I say smashing?